Derek Carr looked fucking phenomenal.
Yes, unbelievable.
He really did,
Yeah.
Connor. No joke at all there.
They are further from winning a championship now than if they had taken their medicine and tried to build this thing back up.
Right? But when you set franchise records, okay, you deserve to get a game ball.
The New Orleans Saints marched into New England and didn't just win the game, right? So ESPN, NFL.com, all these websites, all these corporate media, they keep saying things like the New Orleans Saints beat the Patriots 34-0. The New Orleans Saints handled the Patriots 34-0. Why is everyone lying? Why are they lying? The New Orleans Saints smacked the living dog water out of the New England Patriots. Like, we're seeing more than ever the calling of the job of Bill Belichick. Like, this is more than ever. Let's get into this. This wasn't just a statement game. After what felt like an eternity, the New Orleans Saints put up more than 20 points, showing some life in their offense. Derek Carr, who appeared off last week, possibly nursing an injury we might have underestimated, looked sharper Sunday, which is all we really wanted. We want a quarterback to look sharp consistently. I am not a Saints fan, but I've always respected the Saints culture, the fan base, and the city within itself. And did you notice those pre-snap motions? The Saints implemented more of those than they have in recent outings. A good sign, right? But here's the thing. If the coaching staff wants the Saints' faith restored, this can't be a one-off. This can't just be, okay, we embarrass the Saints in week 5, and then in week 6, you get embarrassed. We can't have that happen. We need to see the same kind of energy moving forward. Let's break this down. The Saints went into New England and made that statement, especially on defense. The first shutout since they took down the Raiders 24-0 last year, and against a Bill Belichick-led team. The last time that happened was way back in 2003. Now, let's talk picks. Let's talk interceptions. Tyrann Mathieu showing up big again with an interception that leads directly to a touchdown. And how about Pete Werner out of Ohio State? This kid has been great. Kid gets his first career interception, all thanks to a play broken up by Jordan Howden. By the way, that's the 7th interception for the Saints this season, matching their total from last year. So week 5, the Saints have already matched their season total of interceptions from last year. This is why I was already banking on the Saints of being a disruptor in the playoff seeding. I genuinely believe that the Saints have their defense and their offense on the same page, clicking, things are good looking up. Moving on. But it wasn't just about the interceptions. Holding the Patriots to 1-14 on third downs and an average of 3.1 yards per play, that's a dominating defense. Flipping to the offensive side, the Saints started answering critics. Once they realized the Patriots offense was a non-factor, they leaned conservative. But before that, Pete Carmichael has been under some heat, brought a fresher playbook to the game. More motion, pre-snap, making the offense look revitalized. And Derek Carr, those connections to Michael Thomas and Rashid Shaheed showed that this connection is growing, it's becoming better. His pair of touchdown throws, a season high that doubles his tally so far. But we can't talk about the success of the Saints without mentioning Alvin Kamara. Of course, this guy, to me personally, I think he made the running back position look aesthetically beautiful. Not only did he show up on the ground, but he also broke Marcus Colston's franchise touchdown record. A tip of the hat also to the rookie, Kendre Miller out of TCU, clocking in 37 yards rushing and another 53 yards through the air, marking his best showing as a Saint yet. Now, don't get it twisted. While the Saints showed up big against the Patriots, there were some wrinkles in the iron, all right? So we gotta be completely honest so we don't have these same errors in the future. First and foremost, penalties. A thorn in their side in this game. 4 false starts, and then there's a delay of game on the Patriots 30. And you know, when Taysom Hill steps in, feels like there's a hiccup in the offensive rhythm, resulting in a few of those false starts. Altogether, 12 flags for 86 yards. 86 yards. That is an entire drive. That is multiple drives that you could save on yards. That's very bad. That's the season high also, surpassing 3 games where they had 7 infractions. Sure, it didn't sting them on Sunday, but down the line, it will. It definitely will. Let's talk about the main man on the team, the young upcoming star, Chris Olave. Gets a talent, gets a touchdown this week, but he's been kind of quiet recently. In the last game, he's managed just 3 catches for 16 yards. Word around the block is that according to NewOrleans.football's Nick Underhill, he's been suffering a toe injury. He's been working through a toe injury. So we love the fight, we love the grit, we love the grind, but we want him to be healthy. So hopefully he can figure that out. Still, the Saints need to find ways to get Olave more involved in a fluid motion with the offense. He's too good not to. You drop a 34-0 win, and sure, it's not flawless, but come on. Who's really nitpicking after that kind of result? Like, honestly, this is one for the books. This is a massive stride forward for the Saints. This is a beautiful push towards the perfect direction of you guys sealing in an NFC South division. But let's highlight Pete Carmichael also for a second. We saw glimpses of flexibility in the offensive playbook, and that might just be the most significant takeaway. If this offense can honestly replicate that same energy, this kind of play for a full 60 minutes against a team that isn't on a historic low, then we might just have a party at the end of the season, if you know what I'm saying. There's a chance I have not turned my back on what I believe the Saints could be. The defense has always been there. Dennis Allen always has the defense in check. It's just the offense. Even for the past few seasons, it's been the offense. Well, let's be honest. It's been the quarterback position. Regardless of what fans and the media want to say, Derek Carr is the best quarterback that the Saints have had since the year before Drew Brees retired. I want to say that again. This is the best quarterback the Saints have had since the year before Drew Brees retired. Drew Brees last year in the National Football League wasn't beautiful. It wasn't sexy. There wasn't real life in the offense. I can see it here. Derek Carr is a natural leader. He's a man amongst boys. He wears his emotions on his sleeve. There's no flack in that either. I love that Michael Thomas is mentoring his alumni little brother in Chris Olave, both Ohio State alums. I love the addition of Alvin Kamara and Kendre Miller. There's some massively beautiful pieces in this offense. And the offensive line, all the way from Ruiz, Trevor Penning, to, of course, the leader of the offensive line, Eric McCoy, it still feels as if this unit has some ways to grow and that they are actually meshing the right way and they're getting better. We don't even really need to talk about the defense. They're always going to be there to make a legitimate stand for victory. They're never the issue, and I'm happy that's the case. Saints, I believe you guys can still win this division, but let me know in the comments if you're there for them, if you're right there with me. Let me know if you still believe in Dennis Allen, because his name was on the hot seat before opening week 1 kickoff. So this is how we're going to wrap things up. The Saints just beat the New England Patriots 34-0. Beautiful, great, awesome. If the New Orleans Saints, Dennis Allen, go to Houston and get embarrassed by the rookie standout quarterback, he is good in CJ Stroud, no flack in that. But if this defense doesn't dismantle the Houston Texans and the offense doesn't put it on them, I'm heavily going to be disappointed in this franchise and what they're going to be showing the league in their future. That is not okay. Go to Houston, take care of business, and don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.